Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a merry welcome, one and all, to episode 43 of the UK Pinball Podcast Chinwag. I've got Spencer with us today. I won't hold up. No funny introduction. I know where he's been. Slacking, playing truant, up to no good, general naughtiness.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Little clue as to where I've been. There you go. Goodwill Rum.
Oh.
Yeah, I've spent 3 weeks in a brewery.
It's been to the pub. Oh, here's where I've been. I've been to the boozer.
This is a bit of Mauritian rum. Laced it with some vanilla pods there. So maybe on Friday when you're down, we're gonna have a little tipple of that.
How do you know that they're vanilla pods? I mean, it could be anything in there, as far as I'm concerned.
Do you know what they could actually? The bloke at the market said they were vanilla.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he says that to. I'm sure he says that to all the ladies.
Nice
welcome, Gatesy. Welcome, Senor. Is that? It's not public. Welcome, Senor Vince. And we got a bit of old gamer guy there, and as Reese says hello to both of us, and Gatesy thinks your vanilla pods and just probably your drink in general looks a little bit suspicious. Have you had a nice time in suspicious Mauritius?
In suspicious Mauritius, yeah, I have actually. I kind of haven't been away for a little while, and I really chilled out on that one. It was pretty good, pretty good. I mean, obviously, you and I have been there together before. We've no, not in that sense.
We got married there.
We did. Oh, it was lovely. It was on the beach and everything. It was very romantic. But no, good.
Sorry, I've just realised old gamer guy's collie wobbles. I say I've just realised. I haven't realised. I've been told. Phil's having a beer. I would imagine he's got nothing stuck in his beer like yourself. But anyway, apologies.
He wants to stick some pods in there. That will sort it right out.
By cackling. But you had a nice time.
Yeah, I did. I had a really good time. The only thing I would say is that they do call it paradise, but it's got one thing short of paradise. It just does not seem to have any pinball at all. I did search, and none whatsoever. Not even slightly.
I'm going to say bounties.
No.
At a certain age, the taste of paradise is a bounty.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's the only chocolate left in the tub.
Of course, I did use some Timotei.
The only chocolate left in the celebrations after the kids had demolished them.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't fancy it much either. Bonjour, Claire. I don't know why I went French. It was probably in homage to Spencer going to Mauritius. Anyway, my friend, much has happened while you've been away. You've missed everything.
Apparently so. I mean, I've been watching your videos while I've been away. Took a bit of time out from my holiday to watch those.
Nice.
You seem to have been up to all sorts of interesting things. There's been machines coming and going left, right, and centre there. You've been travelling the country. You've been doing all sorts of crazy stuff while I've been away.
It's all true. It's all true.
It is all true. I've seen it. I know it's true. You can't deny it.
Yeah. Well, actually, another machine has arrived today, and
I saw a little picture of that on Facebook today. That was rather sneaky.
I know it's not in the order that we plan to do this. Shall I flash it up now, so to speak?
Go on, get it out and show the ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, where is it?
Whip it out.
There you go.
Hey, you got.
So there's Jessie on a machine that arrived today. It's my daughter, Jessica.
Fantastic. That looks in really good nick.
It is a good nick. It is a good nick.
The cabinet artwork looks really good.
Yeah, no, it's really good. She said it's so much fun. She really loved this pinball machine. It's so much fun. And it is just a great fun game. It's fantastic. I told her. I mean, the fish is a bit crazy. I don't know if I have played it with a fish activated. I'm not sure I've noticed it before. Do you know about the fish, Spence?
There's a fish. Basically, it does that. It moves around all over the place on there. It's quite animated, I believe.
It is an animated fish, but it looks really good and it's just fun. And when the music starts up on that, which you'll hopefully pop over next week, and funny enough, Mark Slime Time is popping over on Friday. Slime Time from the forum, and he said to me, "Well, what's your lineup at the moment, mate?" I said, look, my lineup at the moment,
Changes
and
on a daily
when
basis.
you arrive in basically a week and a half's time, could be two very, very different things. So it ain't worth. So at the moment it's this, but it could probably be this because AC/DC's gone today. By the way,
Has it actually left? AC/DC have left the building, have they?
Yes, they have.
They have indeed left the building. So what's in, what's out? Talk me through what's been going on.
Okay, well, I mean, Congo's really. I go. Hold on. We got. Let's just pretend. Let's go back in time, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back in time. Go back to 3 weeks. Now, I made the decision that that I really needed a Monster Bash, and that Jurassic Park was going to have to be sacrificed. Absolutely. It's basically a big bash. I needed a Monster Bash. And it was going to be Jurassic Park was going to be the one to make way. So I started putting the feelers out for that, Spence. And I mean, it's not easy. There's such a paucity of games at the moment that I don't want to let something go without something else coming in.
Well, I have to say, I'm surprised. I mean, I've been teasing you for a long time about Jurassic Park and how much you've always been talking about it. And now you've got one, and you've done that fantastic job on all the armor, and you've got it all painted up, and and it's. I've seen the pictures. It's going to look stunning, and it's going. Where's it? Do we know where it's going? Has it been sold yet?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, well, I know where it's going. You don't. No,
tell me.
Well, no, I don't. I need to speak to the gentleman or lady.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if they want it to be public knowledge. So these things are.
No.
It's not cloak and dagger. Far from it. But before I start gobbing off about, anyway. So, I put the feelers out there. Basically, has anybody got? Well, I said a Monster Bash, a Medieval Madness, a Lebowski. I put a number of them out there, and then by the end of it, I thought actually it's just Monster Bash that I want because it's Gomez and it's that fun stuff going on. And in the end, managed to find somebody that was willing to basically that had a Monster Bash, was willing to let it go and wanted Jurassic Park, which was obviously
that's even better. I didn't know whether you'd sold Jurassic Park or whether so you found somebody that's got the machine that you want that wants that Jurassic Park.
Yes, absolutely.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. And the added benefit of I know him and or her and
them.
Yes. And if I so wanted to play it, I'd be able to, and vice versa. So I'm really, really happy with that. I'm just waiting for all the armor bits to come through and stuff, which they're in the country. I'm just waiting for the customs bill.
So will I get an opportunity to play it again before it disappears off if I come up next week?
What I need to do, the whole point is we need to do a video for this channel so everybody can see it. So absolutely.
Okay,
the whole point was to do a video, a gameplay, and that before it goes out. So that would be a good.
Does that mean I can play Attack from Mars yet?
No.
Oh, okay. So what else is you got Congo?
Yeah, well, you can't. The reason you can't play Attack from Mars is because I'm having it serviced. So there's LEDs to go in it, there's rubbers to go in it, the pop bumpers need sorting out, and there's some pin stadiums to go in there, and it's getting a full whack. I'm
not allowed to play it.
No, the playfield's getting a full Brazilian, and then you can play it. But I'm going to record your first ever game on Attack from Mars.
Okay, fair enough. Because I've not played Attack from Mars before. I can see why you're doing that, but it is incredibly frustrating that I'm going to be coming up next week and I won't be able to play it. No,
you can't. But you have to walk past it in the hallway.
I tell you what, if you nip out, that machine's going.
Well, it's Matt's machine. You'll have to deal with the Vinces, and there's lots of them. So just be careful.
They come mob-handed.
Mob-handed. Mob-handed. So Congo, I guess, was probably the next one to discuss. So
talk about Congo. Tell me about Congo, because I've not played a Congo before.
Well, look, the worst theme and quite possibly the worst looking machine you'll ever see in your life. Mm-hmm. And the sound is awful, atrocious. However, hidden beneath that tacky, nasty, dated, faded exterior are some
You talking
wonderful
about me or the
shots, Spence.
pinball?
Yeah, absolutely. Are some wonderful shots. Really great shots, Spence.
Yeah.
It's magnificent. Now, Congo, they made around 2000, might be a little bit more. But I think for whatever reason, I think some of them got trashed, some of them got used for spare parts. There's not an awful lot of them left in the wild.
That's right,
Basically.
because it was based on a film that turned out to be a bit of a flop, didn't it? It wasn't
Yes.
what they were hoping it was going to be.
Well, I think they thought at the time, stick an ape in it, it's going to work. Basically, because
It
Tarzan
usually works for most things, you know.
what's the
Just
geezer's
if in
name? Was
doubt,
in
put an ape in
Highlander.
it.
Christopher Lambert, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think because Greystoke, Legends of Tarzan, was massive. I think they thought, hey, bit of and Gorillas in the Mist as well. They had these two, basically two ape-like films. I'll tell you what, let's do it. All you've got to do is stick a primate in there, if you pardon the expression, and you've got a Hollywood hit, and it didn't work out like that, did it? But I think because of that, people had started to realise it's actually a really, really good game. The shots are fantastic. The multi-ball, the balls pop out of a volcano.
Nice. Am I allowed to play that one?
Yes, you are.
Good. Yeah.
But this is wonderful. So this has not come from the pinball community. This is more or less a barn find, and I won't show you it now because I'll do a video on it. This is the same person's had it since 2002, and it's barely been played.
Wow, that's really good. What year was it released?
Oh, I don't know. Someone will tell you. I'm not looking at the comments at the moment because I want to bring them all up and say hello.
Well, I've got the comments open at the moment. So if anybody knows when Congo, somebody get on Google. Let us know when Congo was
I mean, I can find out easily enough on here, but in fact, I can do it really bloody quickly because, as always, I do have the help inside. I just can't remember whereabouts it is in the. There it is, Congo, 1995, Williams. So, unfortunately, by doing that, Spencer, I've actually lost you. There you are. Oh, there you are.
Well, that's all right, mate. I'm still here. Don't you worry.
So it was too good an offer to refuse, and I mean nothing has been done on it, nothing at all. I mean, it needed a really good clean. LED, just LED'd it up, new rubbers, LEDs. There were a lot of blown bulbs on it and things like that. So new LEDs, new rubbers. There was a ramp missing. And so
there's a ramp missing.
There was a ramp missing on it.
Okay.
But it was. Oh, I'll tell you what they called. I think it's called Pinball Shop NL. Yep. Wow, they're good. They are good. I mean,
in what respect? What stock that they keep?
I think the NL. I don't think it's New Zealand. I think it's the Netherlands, right? So
because that would be NZ, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, sweet. Yeah.
It's all right, mate. Anytime.
It'd be NZ, yes.
Yeah. In fact, it is NZ.
I knew there was something I'd like to make you, Spence, but you are sharp. I'll give you that.
Oh, there you go. It's because I'm not drunk yet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's because you've been snorting those vanilla pods or whatever, and not drinking your beer. I don't know how you Mauritians work it. But 2 days. 2 days. Honestly, I don't know how they got it over here. Probably sent it over via Maori or something like that, as they do, you know, the old Dutch. Maori's paddling a clog.
Yeah.
So 2 days, that was it. And actually, I've been dealing with them to get some rubbers sorted out for Batman as well, and they've been very good, very, very good. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, we've got Mozzie in the chat. He says that ordered some bits last Friday and arrived Monday morning. There you go. He concurs with your
previous Monday before Friday.
Well, I don't know.
That's really good, isn't it?
Do you know what? They arrived before I ordered them.
But that's what happens if you're going via New Zealand, because you actually go back in time, don't you? That's how the old time zones work. So I reckon they probably flew it around the globe 3 times, and then they went back 3 days. It's funny how the time zones work, Spence.
Do you know? I was thinking about that the other day because I was on the plane. It's the first time I've done long haul for a little while, and they've now got Wi-Fi on the plane. And I was thinking what I should do is just call ahead and find out what the lottery results were in Mauritius.
This is right.
Because if you're on the plane, you know, it's fine.
That's why there are so many millionaires in Greenwich.
Yeah, of course.
They're
All they've got to do is step across the line.
They're ahead of the game. They're ahead of the game.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, hold on. Let's say hello to everybody.
Yeah.
Andrew, Jim, I think we're all well, thank you, sir. Phil, he's got fishtails. He says it's a keeper. Don't let it go. Look, I'll be honest with you. Neither fishtails nor what's the other one? Congo will. Yeah, I mean Congo's already it's already got its next destination. I just thought it was a really good opportunity to get it in, to get one, bring it back into the community, to stay in the community, play it, film it, and enjoy it, and then move it on. Yeah, we're still looking for an extension. To be fair, is my name on what? If you want, Carl. If you want. The fishtails. He means the fishtails. If you want, mate. If you want, yeah, of course. Not a problem. There you go. That's quick and easy, isn't it? There you go. I need to keep it for a while, play it, and try not to upset my daughter. And so, yeah, until the next thing comes in. So I just, it's a bit of a rotation of games, really. It is, Phil said it's great fun. The cabinet looks really orange. Actually, the cabinet looks really vibrant, really good. It's got a redecaled relatively recently, so
that explains why it really pops.
Sugar. I've just
what have you done?
Oh, look, okay. I think so Claire's saying the fishtails topper's really loud. It is really loud. I've actually said to my son Jake, he said, I'll play it. The lady next door goes to bed really early. I said, look, don't with that fish going crazy like that, don't play it loud. It was like you never heard the scream on Ghostbusters, did you?
No, I didn't. Apparently it'll shake you to your core.
Yes, and with the shaker motor in there. But it's several. I don't know. I don't know. I know if there's decibel as a measurement of sound, but I don't know whether it's a lot or it's small. I don't know. A decibel, 1 decibel could be huge, or it could be like pesetas, if you know what I mean, like 1 million decibels incrementally.
Yeah, pesetas are they're about that big, aren't they? Usually a peseta.
They are absolutely potatoes. But yeah, but whatever it is, it's the volume is definitely at 11 and considerably higher than the rest of the game. And when whatever the ghost, I guess it must be a ghost, Ghostbuster starts screaming, oh my words, it sounds like there's something naughty going on. Hold on. Want to temporarily swap my AC? Hold on, I don't know. I'll have to speak to. We'll have to work out. I think he's basically Collie Wobbles wants Phil's fishtails. But this is the thing. He said he had his throat cut. I can see how this fishtails can become a popular game in the household.
I'm looking forward to playing it.
It's funny, Phil. It's funny you should say that. Actually, it's very funny you should say that this chat is a bit like a swap shop, because. Did somebody say pinball machines at a reasonable price? Talk to me.
You idiot. Oh, somebody's got too much time on their hands, haven't they? Do you know, I didn't know you could play the trumpet. I didn't know that.
I wasn't playing the trumpet.
Right, okay.
So anyway, this section is called Pinball Machines for Sale. Now,
really?
Yeah.
What are we doing in this bit then?
Oh, well. Did somebody say pinball machines at a reasonable price? Talk to me. Well, I'll tell you what we're doing now, Spencer. We're going to take a little look at some of the pinball machines that are for sale in the United Kingdom. At the moment, we are. And I'm going to start off with, I've got to be honest with you. I think it's either called a Zakaria or a Zakaria. I don't know what it is.
Zakaria?
This is it here. Sakari's a carrier space shuttle, right? Whatever it is, I don't bloody know, but it's £1,400, Spence.
Wow, that's
£1,400,
good.
and it's clearly an early solid state machine, which I like. I must say, I like.
Yeah.
That's on the forum at the moment on Pinball Info. If you're after a pinball machine, that one ain't bad at all. I've got to tell you that.
I don't know. I don't know the machine. I don't know what sort of condition it's in. But £1,400 these days. That's
Absolutely.
Can't say no to that, really, can you?
Absolutely. We got another one that's. No, I'm only joking.
You can't sell your kids online, mate.
Can't sell your dogs
no.
these days. Oh, I'd say it's all PC now, isn't it? That's the thing. Everyone's all very sensitive. We do actually. I should probably say that. Unfortunately, Matt got so wrapped up in the official launching inaugural of the Pinball Republic's launch party that he forgot to send me a photo of his bride a Pinbot, which, as I understand, for sale. So next week we will have to feature that on the pinball machine.
So basically, we know that Matt has got a bride of Pinbot that's for sale.
Yes.
The cat is now out of the bag.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want a bride of Pinbot,
I prefer bride of Pinbot to Jackpot.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
To be fair, I prefer a slap in the face to Jackpot, quite frankly.
I haven't played Jackpot for years.
Oh, well, you remember the nickname I had for it, don't you?
Oh yeah.
It was bots and something unpleasant at the start.
Yes.
The worst word. The very worst word.
Yes. I remember that. You used it quite a lot.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't happy with that. We've also got now Craig. There was a massive flurry of activity from Craig on the forum, who basically sold everything. He sold his daughter, though. He sold a Tommy. He sold a Fishtails. He sold a Flintstones, but still, he has a Corvette.
What's he got there?
A Corvette.
Oh, okay.
Corvette, which is, as I understand it, I'll just show you some pictures there. Well, as I understand it, it's a car, but aside from that,
it's a pinball machine.
Also,
Chris.
a pinball machine.
Okay.
Yeah, you go. So contact Craig, which you can do as a roadshow on the forum. If basically someone wants to spend $4,000 on a machine, you have got a very nice Corvette there, and one that's coming up. It's not quite ready yet, because actually it's still wrapped up.
What's that? Oh, okay.
Star Trek Next Generation.
Ooh.
Which needs
Who's
a little.
That?
But basically, that's going to be going. I mean, it's in very, very nice condition, and it's going to be. It's just getting a. It's not been in. It needs a final fluff. It needs a polish up and.
It's a quick fluff, does it?
It needs a fluff. Nothing structured. It's in very, very good condition. I mean, I'd be looking at about 5.5 on that one there. And there you go. So I just thought it might be nice when pinball machines come up to have a little look. And if I had a bit more time before this, would have featured a few more from the forum, which is obviously on Pinball Info. But there's trades there. There's a Dutch auction. Do you know what a Dutch auction is, Spence?
It sounds like it should be in the Urban Dictionary, and it's probably filthy. But no, run it past me.
It's a backwards auction.
Oh yeah, you start at a high price and work down. Yeah, and basically whoever bottles it.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so there's someone did it with a junkyard on the forum not long ago. That was really good. And then someone's done it with a Walking Dead. Now it's the post is saying pending at the moment, so I'm guessing somebody's accepted it. So he was dropping it by £100 each day, which I thought was really good fun.
That's pretty good. I do like that. I do as well. I thought it was really good. So there are I know there's a lot of talk. There's a paucity of pinball machines. But actually, I do think you can get your hands on pinball machines. I do think pinball machines are changing hands. And I would like to say this because, you know what? As I said to you earlier, Spence, no Stern, no problem. Because I really think that actually, even though there's not any new machines coming out, there has been machines changing hands. But I also think, and we'll talk about Electric Circus in a second as well, and obviously what everybody's just done at Pinball Republic. I think the way everyone it's just sort of, even though there's no new machines around, everyone's just sort of cracking on with a hobby. Absolutely. I mean, I think the hobby went through a little bit of a purple patch where Stern and various other manufacturers, Pinball Brothers and CGC and everybody else were releasing machines like the whole time, and it almost got into this frenzy. And now it's eased off a little bit. Everybody's sort of remembering the older machines that are out there and starting to move some of those older ones around, and remembering that they're actually bloody good machines and they're good fun.
Oh, listen, they are good fun, and there's some good titles out there as well. And I'm certainly use it as an opportunity to discover some. That's for sure. Twilight Zones. I remember when they were giving them away.
Oh, Twilight Zone! I love Twilight Zone. Oh,
do you?
Fantastic! Yeah. It's good. I'm looking. I would like to get hold of an Addams Family for a little while. I've got an itch. I've got a scratch. I know it's been done to death, and everybody talks about Addams Family through clenched teeth, but I do want to have a little go on.
Not everybody. Not everybody. No. Not everybody at all. Yeah, well, there may be one on the horizon soon.
Happy days.
We
will watch this space in that case.
So no gameplay on the channel for Addams Family, by the way, which we need to sort out. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, that does need to be done. So you've got a bit of a revolving door at the moment at Gonzo Towers. It seems like machines are coming and going left, right, and centre. What's happening with Godzilla? Are you still going for Godzilla? Are you still waiting for a Godzilla?
Oh yeah, I'm still going for Godzilla. I'm still waiting for Godzilla.
I didn't know whether you changed your mind because you went through this whole flip-flop before. And
no, but it's I don't think Stern don't know. It's just no games coming over. Or somebody said the other day that Stern might not be doing another run or of those until 2023 or something like that. So I don't actually know what the next title is. It might be Bond. It might be Back to the Future. There's just so many rumours that go around, but it is highly likely that the next Stern title would hit these shores before the next batch of Godzillas. So
the thing is, there's so many people are waiting for machines. You do. I mean, I know that they were talking about clearing some of the back orders before. They were missing out I think they were missing out one of their launches in favour of doing some back orders. But I do really wish that they get some machines over to Europe for us.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. Look, there's a parts issue. They can't make them quickly enough. I don't think it helps. There's only really one proper, reliable manufacturer, which is Stern, who can kick games out regularly. So there's so much demand on them that they can do what they want at whatever pace they want, and they know they'll always sell all their games. I think they'd probably like to be producing them faster, but we're just not seeing any over here at the moment. So I thought an Electric Circus was really good, and going to Dave's house. Sorry, I should probably say going to Dave's house, a massive catalog, seeing his fun games. Well, do you know what? And it is that thing, no Stern, no problem. I'll just give me a real opportunity to view and enjoy some of the other games, and without that, I probably wouldn't have, made the final decision on the Monster Bash. So I've sort of, so look, when Godzilla comes in, absolutely great. I'll just, mix the lineup around a little bit and just get Godzilla as soon as it's ready to come in. But in the meantime, it's a chance to enjoy some of these other machines. And I think it's quite important actually to mix the lineup a little bit in terms of, it'd be nice to have a couple of Sterns, keep a couple of Sterns, but also be nice to have say nice. Not that I could have these many machines, but it's always difficult. But it'd be nice to have a couple of Sterns, a couple of Bally Williams, and I've got to say a solid state. I wouldn't mind at all.
You said to me when I got back from holiday at the weekend, you were talking about this because you've had a bit of a solid state epiphany.
Yeah.
What's that all about? Tell everybody what your discovery is.
Right, so I'm at the Electric Circus, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I just love pinball clubs. I can't get enough of pinball clubs. I just wish I could, get out and do more. So I had a really good time, Spence. You would have loved it. You really would.
I saw the video. I mean, I don't know whether you want to talk about that now or whether you want to talk about the solid state, but we'll maybe come back to the Electric Circus and the interclub competition.
Yeah, I definitely would like to talk about that actually. So, but okay, so like when you're watching the darts, right? Unless, because look, me, I don't even know the difference between NL and NZ, right? So I certainly can't count, right? So, like the darts commentator will be saying, right, okay, he's going to need to take out he's going to want to take out a double 17 here. He's going to go for that to basically leave himself on the final shot. The darts commentator will be talking 4 or 5 shots ahead, right? Or throws ahead, because you don't know. You ain't got your head's not like a computer, like a darts player. They're so good at arithmetic. You need the commentator to explain what's going on. Otherwise, you're just watching somebody throwing darts at a board. Really, the commentator gives it the context.
That is actually what you watch.
Absolutely, yeah, but you don't understand the nuances of the game. The commentator has to tell you why the next dart is important.
Absolutely. I mean, I can remember when we shared a house. I wasn't into athletics, but watching the athletics with you, you were very much into it. You would explain why a race was important, and you'd actually give it some context, and that really helps. With the enjoyment of anything, be it athletics or darts or pinball.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you know on the penultimate dart that such and such needs a particular shot so as he can finish on 88 or whatever the case may be, it gives that particular shot context and drama, right?
Yeah, gives it some tension.
Absolutely. When I look at pinball, like the streams, particularly the complicated games, you need that commentary. So you might say, okay, what he's going to try and do is hit their left ramp this many times, hit the right ramp there, then he's going to hit those 3 drop targets, which will give him the multiplier, and then they give you the context of why it's important, which is all fantastic, right? And it's all great when you're trying to understand the games. However, I just found myself with a camera there on those, and I'm talking like the early solid state games here. So I think like sort of late 70s, early 80s solid state games. You didn't need to do any of it. It was quite obvious what was going to happen. The games were short. They were a real leveler, but actually, so what you could actually do is, rather than think about the rules too much, you can actually enjoy the drama of the game, which is keep the ball up the top of the playfield, because it's going to drain. It's going to drain at some point within the next 30 seconds. I mean, realistically, it is, because they're quite hard games. And I just looked at it from a point of view as a tournament, as a competition. I thought, wow, that's really good. It might not have the rules, it might not have the complexity of the other games, but I actually thought this is really entertaining. In terms of watching a doubles game or a split flipper on that machine, I thought that's the way to go. It really is. So I thought actually I'd like to. I'm hoping to borrow Keith's Dolly. But Dolly Parton's going to be not the actual, obviously not the proper lady, but Keith's Dolly Parton pinball machine is spending some time over here. So that would be nice to get a bit of time on a solid state machine. Dear me, man.
Bit of quality time with Dolly. You enjoy yourself, my friend.
Absolutely. So those are my thoughts on a solid state. And I'm actually
I could see what you mean, because I mean when we went down to the Pinball Republic, we were playing some of those older machines there, and you literally, you've got a bank of 5 drop targets. You've got a couple of pop bumpers. You've got some very obvious targets. And if you get sort of 2 out of the 5 drop targets, you know that you've got 3 more to get. And I can imagine it's quite easy to commentate on, and it's quite easy to build that tension, because you're not having to explain to the nth detail what the nuances of each one of these sort of rules is. It's so obvious, and I think there's a lot of enjoyment to be had out of that. It makes the game nice to play as well. Just to have something that's quite a shallow game.
Well, and visually the scores, because they're both displayed there, and there was just something about it. It was really, particularly a close game, it was really easy to see. And I thought, actually, in terms of, well, basically running a pinball video channel, which is what we do, well, that lends itself a lot more.
Well, so does NBA. Do you remember at Pinfest with the 2 NBA machines next to each other? I mean, we were so taken with that, because, again, the simplicity of the scoring and the relative simplicity of the game itself. Fantastic. And head-to-head as well.
Oh, the head-to-head aspect of it's really good. So, yeah, we need to do a better job at... Now we know what to expect on Pinfest. We need to do a better job at sort of framing that NBA thing, which I think is going to be in its own room as well. But also the classics competition. I think I'm very excited about that.
Do you know what? I'm entering that, definitely. That is mine this year.
yeah, absolutely. He's going.
Talk.
Well, that'd be nice. We get a good film of you doing that as well. But I can't wait. So yeah, so that stuff's really good. In terms of the tournament, the inter-club tournament, well, just what a success. It's just fun. It was just fun, mate. The split flipper was so much fun. And then the one, I don't know whether it's foursome or four-ball, whatever it was, great fun. Just so much. It was just that's the only way I can say it. Really, it was really well put on, really well organised by Matt, really well hosted by Steve. Everybody just seemed to really enjoy themselves, and it was just so relaxed. I guess because there weren't any qualifying points or as it IFPA points, whatever they are.
Well, this is it. I mean, it was. I mean, I watched the video, and everybody seemed to be having great fun there. And I think the best thing about it was an opportunity for the two clubs to come together and have a fun competition. It wasn't a case of, oh yeah, we need to take our absolute best players and we have to beat them. It's let's just take a group of people down there and have a friendly competition and have a bit of fun for the day.
Yeah, it was exactly that as well. And actually, watching Jessie play Fishtails earlier, I thought, yeah, she came to flip out as it was then. I am using that in the correct context. It was flip out there, and that was she played in the tournament there, which was really good fun. She really enjoyed it. So I'd like to get her more involved. And there are people who do. The whole family does go, and it was such a good event to play that sort of. Oh, the split flipper it's great fun. I can't believe we've never played that. It's great fun.
Actually, we should do. We should try it. See how far we can get with it. I mean, really, you need 4 people if you're going to go head to head. But yeah, you could play split flipper and see how far you got on a score.
Yeah, I think it should be just to have a laugh and just be fun. But yeah, I mean, mate, it's such a good venue as well. Great time, and I'd certainly look forward to.
It did look fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Attending the next one, certainly. Let me just go through whilst you tell me what's on the itinerary next. Let me just go through a few more of the comments. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, Stephen Dale says, "Good evening, Flipperarma crew. Good evening, mate. Secret handshake involved. Well, you know what? I don't. It's like the old swap shop, isn't it? Is this the Yodelay who?
It's funny how I can do that without moving my shoulders, really, isn't it?
Yes, you. It's definitely you. Is there a Congo at Pinfest this year?
Wow.
I don't know.
I'd like there to be, if somebody has one.
I'm booked up, mate. I'm booked up.
I know you are. I mean, well, it wasn't what I was saying.
I don't know. We'll see. It may well be. I'll be amazed if that Congo is still here.
I would be amazed if it's still there. To be honest,
I'd be amazed because
you've got a revolving door on the main.
Well, I have. I want to get them in, get them enjoyed, get them filmed, get them out. And to be honest with you, I've got my eye on the scared stiff at the moment as well. But that's a subject for another day. Honestly, I think that's the first you've heard of that as well.
Yeah.
There's Dennis. I noticed him on the forum. He's looking to upgrade his Metallica Pro for a premium. Collie Wobble's talking about that scream that in Ghostbusters. It was it was really, really something. Phil's talking about his missus would go mad about the Fishtails. It is just fun.
Good. That's what we
want. Tony's
in
the house. Hello, my friend. Well, he's probably in his house, but he's in the chat. What is this? All this? David says I put a star post ring on the plunger. It whacks the coal break. I don't know what Claire's talking about.
Makes it loud. Makes it more thuddy than clacky.
It's the. I'm glad somebody like the Tzoe tips. The Tzoe tips. I do like a bit of Tzoe. I think so. We've got 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's 4. Prolific tonight.
One is sufficient. I've got to be honest with you. 1 is sufficient. Dave Bishop says.
I know. I saw that.
Okay.
Spence, come and check out the Addams Family. The Addams Family Gold.
You saw it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
really, really special. Really, really special.
It's funny actually because that video did make me think about that machine again, especially what he said about when he's had a bit of a day of it and he just wants a bit of a comfort pinball session, and I totally get that, and that's kind of what's piqued my interest. I just want to see, because obviously in the sort of mid 90s, I was all over the Addams Family. I've got very fond memories of it. It'd just be nice to go back down memory lane on that one, I think.
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We can scratch that itch for you as well. And it's sort of it feels because it's the most popular pinball machine ever made. I think it made 30,000 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I think we should have some gameplay footage on the channel of it. Obviously, we got to, because that was a Manny cab. Dave was a Manny cab, and we've got some lovely video of it, but not actually, gameplay stuff. So, and it would be good to not just get one, to almost reacquaint yourself with it, and relearn the rules. So
absolutely, I would love one. Ideally, I'd love one in the house for a couple of months, just to really give it some time. Give it a damn good scene too.
Of course. Yeah. I like this Bat Gentleman.
Nice.
That's us. That's us. That is us.
Gentlemen, you are bats. Yes.
It was fun, Claire. Honestly, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. Oh, really? Okay. So that was Reese's. That's what got him into pinball. Was going.
Oh, excellent.
There. Yeah. Do you know what? Never played it. Never played it, Cole. Actually,
that's an
talking
interesting
to Collie Wobbles, what about his fantastic plastics then?
Oh, the fantastic plastic from Uncle Colin.
Yeah, they were good. Did you see that? You saw my Batman?
Yes, God, that Batman, that did make me laugh, because that I think I put on the comments there, that label placement is absolutely bang on for Batman. Absolutely bang on. And I don't think you can go too far wrong with that, because the whole show is so kitsch that, almost no matter what you do, it's going to look right.
Yeah, you were saying the bat plunger, the bat button, the bat.
Oh, you could have the bat screen.
Yeah, the bat screen. Yeah. You
could do that. It's quite an interesting comment on there. Hi guys, loving the chat. I'm a pinball newbie and thinking of coming to Pinfest. Okay for newbies? Yes, it is. Come. It's fantastic.
I'd like to know how you were right, how you stumbled across this channel to start.
Absolutely.
I'm really pleased you did. Gatesy's in the chat somewhere. Gatesy, because I've got a football YouTube channel. Gatesy watches my football YouTube channel. I mentioned on there I was at Pinfest. This is last year. Gatesy got in a car. He got no interest in pinball at all. Got in a car from Kent, drove up to Pinfest, and came and joined us and brought his son up, and they were playing pinball. So you are so welcome, newbies. This is. I mean, it's everything, really, for new people to come to the hobby. You have a go. You might get hooked, and then you're in trouble. But because it is a highly addictive hobby.
Yes, it is.
Tony said to me, he says it's not a hobby, it's disease. I think.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. But certainly Pinfest. I mean, how many machines were at Pinfest last year?
120, 130.
120 machines. There's nowhere else. I mean, I would thoroughly recommend you get a VIP ticket. You come down in the evenings, and the VIP ticket gives you access. I think it's after 6 o'clock, isn't it? Or does it open back up at 7 o'clock?
Yeah. I mean, you get some extended time, but you also get to go in there a day early on a Friday, which will give you access to the competition machines as well. Look, maybe not. I would suggest the opposite. Actually, Spence, if it's your first time, I'd suggest going down for a day. Allow yourself another day, and if you so decide, actually, this is for me, then maybe stay another day. All I would say is, if you're thinking actually this hobby is for me, then you might want to get in and book your rooms now. And that's the other thing I'd say: book your rooms for Pinfest. You can cancel them. Better to book them and then have to cancel later than get to. I remember last year on the forum, a couple of weeks before Pinfest, people saying I can't find a room.
I know, it was crazy, wasn't it?
Now, go check it out. Go and check it out.
I think you can cancel up to like 48 hours beforehand or something. I mean, it's really close to the event.
Something.
I think it is something like that. Don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, please book your hotel room. That's Phil. Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, so Batman, so Penguin arrived. You saw I put Joker on there. Penguin arrived today. He looks cool. Really
Have you got a
cool.
picture? Have you got a picture of him?
No, so I mean, literally,
That's a shame.
arrived half hour before we went live here. But I've managed to find Batman and Robin as well. Penguin, Joker's already on there.
You've got a
And
penguin
Riddler.
in there. Ah, you got Riddler. Penguin's already in the crane, though, isn't he? You've already got a penguin.
Yeah, he's tiny. You can't have too many toys in your pinball machine.
Except if your name's Andy.
So many people watching this think said you can. You actually can. Stop modding. But this is the thing, Spencer. This is why. I told you this on the phone the other day. I've decided and discovered what pinball machines are to me as toys.
Yes. I totally agree with you. Totally
it's
agree
not a golf course for me. I understand it's not a darts board. It's not a shot making thing for it's a game. It's a toy that I enjoy in that sense. It's not. Yeah, for some it is literally it's like target practice, like archery or something. It's something like that. It's almost like a sport, and it's not for me. It's it is a big old game.
Yeah.
So
it's there to be enjoyed. It is there to be enjoyed.
Well, I think people that play it like that do enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. The people that are good at the shots and play it like a as I say, like darts, like archery. I wouldn't suggest for a moment that they would enjoy it any less. They do enjoy it. Yeah, I do. I do take a lot of pleasure in. Yeah, I think just enjoying the game and sticking bits and pieces on it and looking at it as well. I do tend to do that.
I have to say you're very good at modding a machine. Every machine that you have done so far where you've modded them, I mean, Deadpool, Jurassic Park, Elvira, they've all been really good, mate. You've got a bit of a gift for it, I have to say, without blowing too much sunshine in your general direction.
Well, I've got no skill. I can't do all the cabinet and all the clever stuff that people can do, and I don't understand anything of it. But I do like just stick shiny things on top of it, and it seems to. I think my favourite one, funny enough, was the Judge Dredd. When I got all the rails.
You did well at
all the
that.
star post lights, and I did all the. That was lovely. There was something. Anyway, that was. The airbrushed stuff for Elvira, Jurassic Park, and Deadpool. That airbrushing is.
Have you got a picture of that to just show anybody that hasn't seen? Or maybe they can check.
Yeah, well, there's an Elvira video on this channel which show you all the airbrushing
and Deadpool as well.
Deadpool's on there, which you'll see, and then obviously Jurassic Park, which will all be getting kitted out next week.
We've got pictures of the Jurassic Park one on the Facebook page, haven't we? Which is floating around.
They are on the Facebook page, which you can even. You could possibly find them on Facebook and then share screen, which I know you you've got the technology there, so you can actually share screen if you so want to. While you're doing that, I just wanted to where's Collywobble's other thing? It's this I totally agree with. It's not the same when you visit or go to a location. I've wrote off too many games that way. Yeah, I think you can, when you go onto a location, you go into an arcade or something, you can decide that you like a pinball machine. But I've done the same. I've written them off because some machines are slow burners and you need to play them a little bit and learn the shots. And there is something about playing it. Well, it doesn't have to be your house, it be someone else's house. There's something about being able to give a game 2 or 3 hours to really sort of go at it. And not Bat Gentleman, Batty Gentleman. He's saying,
nice.
I was saying there,
just fun,
quite close. I'll say no more about that. As a newcomer myself, I have to say everyone has been so kind. Look, I tell you what I love. You couldn't wish to meet a nicer bunch of people. I'd really, whenever I go to Pinball Republic, going to Pinfest, going to Electric Circus, the amount of people that have invited me around their house, which I think is a really nice thing for people to do. The pinball community, honestly, you couldn't wish to meet a nicer bunch of people. There
you go. There's a picture of the.
Oh, okay. I have to pop it up, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found it. You there you go. So that's on the Facebook page. That's the armor and the screen surround there with the speaker covers.
Yeah, lovely.
And that's all beautifully airbrushed. That is going to look superb. I mean, just look at that. That is, it's wonderfully weathered. Wonderfully weathered.
Yeah, really, really, really good. Really good.
I'm almost stunned that having gone to those lengths on that pinball machine, that it's going. I just can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Oh, done. The screen's all changed now.
You've stuffed it now.
There you go. That's better. I'm good with technology. Look, it's just the thing is, Spence. It is a fantastic game, and when I do my ratings, it will be up there. It's an outstanding pinball machine, but I am not good enough to play it. And even funny enough, I did the thing about golf. It's very much like golf for me. So if you're crap at golf like me, they can give you a 28 handicap, right? The whole point of the handicap system is it allows you to play golf with people that are better than you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough. Even basically somebody else having a 28, me having a 28 shot head start over someone is not enough. I'm that bad at golf, and I like golf. This thing, I want to be good at it.
Yeah, you can hit a golf ball. I know you can.
Yes, just hitting it where it's meant to go, so it's different. Me hitting it out the garden of our old house shares.
Actually, when we were in Mauritius, you entered a little competition, didn't you?
I did. I did
Yeah.
enter a competition. I completely spawned it. I don't know what we must have got drunk the night before, entered into a 9-ball, and actually ranked. And then we got Cocoa Beach Hotel, I think it was.
Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah, yay, well remembered.
It was a Cocoa Beach Hotel. I did, and I couldn't believe it.
Because I went out diving for the day with my mate over there, and we left you to your own devices, and you got up to all sorts of mischief. But one of the things that you did was basically broke into the hotel and hijacked their golf tournament.
I know. I'll tell you a funny story about that. Do you remember the kid on the beach that used to try and get whatever the currency was? Were they using francs? They were using French.
No. They're using rupees.
Of course it was. And he had this little skill challenge, if you remember. And you had to. He was on the beach, and he was trying to do it to win money off people. And it was and he tried it on me, and if you remember, I skilled him. He didn't do it, and I skilled him with his little goal and his little targets and that. And he got a bit upset because he realized he was going to have to give me money. I didn't take the money off him. I said, no, you're all right. And there was a guy there, because you remember all the policemen there all had moustaches.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes, all overweight, all with moustaches.
All moustaches, right? And so one of the policemen said to me, "Oh, you play football." And I said, "Yes." He said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "Your team." He said, "Manchester United, Arsenal." And I said, "No, West Ham. I'm West Ham." He said, "West Ham." I said, "Yeah." And I didn't realise at the time. I thought he's rather animated. All I did was say West Ham. We got completely cross wires. He thought that I played football for West Ham. I was trying to say that I supported them. And he was actually in that. The reason that golf thing happened, I didn't understand the language what he was saying, but he was undoubtedly telling everybody this guy plays football, Premier League football, West Ham United. And I was even heard him say Paolo Di Canio.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's what got me entered into the golf tour. It was a complete farce, and because during that tour there was a golfer called, I think his name was Ronan Rafferty. Because of course, don't forget, they were all over there because on, I think, possibly the same holiday, you were with former Ryder Cup captain.
Oh God,
Sam Torrance.
Sam Torrance,
yeah. So
that was I think that was the holiday. That was the time that I went before. That was actually the first time I went, because they just finished the Ryder Cup, and Sam Torrance and his family went there to basically to recover from that. But it's always full of sports personalities trying to get some downtime. Always is.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, my point is, I'm crap at golf. Even with a handicap, I'm still crap at golf. Apart from the one time where I wasn't crap at golf, I'm crap at golf. And I think even when I put Jurassic Park up to 5 balls, and it's not that I don't like hitting a golf ball, but I'm more crazy golf than I love Augusta. I love the Masters, but I could never hit a ball there because it would just roll off the fairway and the rest of it. But you know what? Put me down Bournemouth Pier with a putter in my hand. I've got to hit it up the ramp in the castle every day of the week. That's my kind of golf.
Yeah, no, totally.
You know, down the elephant's trunk and up the camel's humps. Yeah, that's my golf. You know,
I think Claire's got you banged to rights, mate.
I've not even got that far yet. Oh, so there you go. I hope I haven't put you off. It's a fantastic game. I'm just crap. Mark says, "Good evening, pinball people."
Oh, we've had an upgrade with people. That's good.
I can hook you up. I'll just give you his number.
He's really good.
What's his number? Good. You search him on Instagram. His name's Marco. I think it's Vincini. If you do, if you would say, by the way, that it was Gonzo's Pinball Flipperarma, then next time he does some airbrushing, he might give me a discount. if he thinks I've sent you his way, it's beautiful. Some of the stuff he's done.
How are you spelling Vincini?
It might be Vinici.
Okay.
I'd put in airbrush, pinball airbrush, and then Marco with a C.
It's Marco Vinci, I think.
Yeah. If you
pick
up his Instagram. Pick up his Instagram.
Marco Vinci, and it's at vinci.airbrush. Is his Instagram.
If you click on that, pull up a couple of pictures. When you do, I'll do the stuff this way. And then Jim, sorry, but I'm just getting into all of that at the moment. We're sorting it out for you now.
He's got all sorts here.
So I can pop it up now, yeah? You're not still on Thingy Hub, are you?
No. Look at that. Oh my god. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, he is absolutely superb at what he does.
Look at that.
I designed that.
Of course you did.
I designed that. Do you remember me asking you what they were? You said that was hot press rivets or whatever.
Yes.
I didn't know what they were. I drew that design for him basically because he didn't know what to do. He said, "What should I do for Godzilla?" And I said, "Let's."
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Riveted plates. That is brilliant.
Yeah. So I mean, he just does such good work. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm
trying to see if there's any others.
I mean, it's like you just got to back out of it. You're basically in the Godzilla file there. If you scroll down where you are there, Spence, and just look at
what's that on there.
Some of the other. I think that's just a
Simpsons. Yeah,
he's done a little bit on there. Don't know how much.
Lord of the Rings. Let's see what he's done on that, if anything. Yeah,
he's done all the elven writing and the language of Mordor. Yeah, he's very good at what he does.
He's a talented. Look down the. I'm pointing at it with my bloody pen thing that I use here. You can't see that, but yeah, the elven writing down that armor is lovely. He is a very talented guy. Very talented guy.
Yeah, and it's not just that either, Spence. He sent me pictures. He'll do a petrol tank of a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You know what
airbrushing is airbrushing.
Yeah, he's really, really talented guy. And so Mark's seen it. Yeah, the nice R2D2. The Star Wars is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding on it. The R2D2 one. I think it's some of his best work, really. So I mean, the thing is, I didn't get it for Batman because I couldn't think of anything else. But it's almost like the Batmobile with the red stripe, which is subtle. And for me, there's nothing subtle about that machine. I do not want subtle at all. I want Larry and nasty.
To be honest, I think Collins Plastics almost do the theme more justice than airbrushing to a certain degree. I think there is some room for airbrushing on there, but that really sort of bright, lurid kitsch plastic. Sorry, Colin. Is it's really in keeping with it. Really in keeping.
Well, I said to Cole the other day, you know, like the on the coin door there, it's got like the it's like the metal effect. It's like the brushed steel or whatever it might be.
It's an
nickel.
engraved metal, isn't it?
Yeah, I said to Colin, I said, I think that's too classy. I mean, for that machine, I think it's too. No, I do. I think it's too classy.
He's never been called classy before.
Classy Colt. That's what we call him. There you go. Was there anything else on the? That's a good hour there, my friends.
There was you mentioned Jersey Jack to me a little while ago and Toy Story. What's happening with that? Tell me about that. Fill me in on that. I don't know whether it's a rumor or what's going on with that.
Well, it is a rumor, but I think it's a rumor that's pretty much fact. It's just when it is. So their next title is Toy Story. Ooh. We know there was rumors that it would be released on the 23rd of May, which is obviously
soon. Pretty damn soon, yeah.
I don't know whether that's true. I don't know whether it isn't. I'll tell you what I do know, though, because I think it's a hell of a theme. A hell of a theme.
It's a massive opportunity to make an absolute humdinger of a pinball. And also, from a modification point of view, I mean, can you imagine the mods that you could do with that? I mean, we need to see the machine first, but it's got a lot of potential.
Oh, it'll be packed full of toys. I've no doubt about it. And I'm not sure they're going to do their baseline model either. So, which was, obviously, that's the thing. I think if you get a Jersey Jack, that's what you want. You're in for all that stuff, all that overpopulated playfield with all those toys and all those wonderful things. I mean, you've only got to look at have you ever seen, close up, have you seen a Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, we saw one at Pinfest last year because it was in the lineup. It was on the right-hand side on the on the tournament.
I think it was Andy's. Amazing to look at it. It really is. It's outstanding. Just a thing of beauty. I think they did a yellow brick road version. There's another like a ruby red one where it's got like the ruby red, the slippers, the flippers. Just just very good. So they've got a real opportunity, but I think, bearing in mind the problems that they had with the playfield for Guns N' Roses, which I think they got them out too early. I think that was the suggestion was that they weren't cured properly.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I think that the trouble is with it is they got themselves a bit of a reputation with it. Now, on one of the US extravaganzas, one of these things, like we've had people on and I don't know what it was. One of the events, like the American Pinfest. Apparently, the guy that makes the playfields got up on stage and he was doing a talk. And as I understand, it's not my story, it's someone else's anecdote. When he got up there, he said, "I'm not going to take any questions on Guns N' Roses playfields," or something like that, and apparently got booed off stage. So the people that they've got. Well, both Jersey Jack, because they're guilty by association in that sense. So I think they've got a really good shot at this. Because I do think it could be a tremendous theme. I've no doubt the toys would be good. The game, well, that's down to the designer. It's possibly Pat Lawler. I might have that wrong, but obviously more important than that is the game has got to work out of the box.
It's an opportunity for them to redeem themselves and to repair some of that damage that was done.
Okay. Yeah. So,
there you go. Nice one, Mark.
Phil said it'll be one of the guys ever. Neil will order it. I hate it because it's not started. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. One of us can nab it off Neil. But no, I mean this is a thing. Neil may not order that now, and there may be other people that won't order a Jersey Jack because of what's perceived to have happened before. And those Guns N' Roses are stunning. I mean, they
are. But on the flip side, you look at any machine, and a lot of machines these days. I mean, sterns turn up, and so some of the hardware underneath is riveted together, and the rivets fail, and all sorts of things. So they've all got their quirks. And I think you could just as easily turn around and go, "Well, I'm not going to buy a stern because the hardware is going to fall apart on it." So I'm not going to buy a Jersey Jack because the surface is going to dent. But they will fix that. They've learnt from that, and if they don't, then they're a little bit silly. But I'm sure it will be absolutely fine. I don't think they'll make the same mistake twice.
Yeah. Well, you hope so. And if it is just
Hmm.
security, well, funny enough, it's not the guns. It's not the Jersey Jack that they say the playfield dents. That's the Sterns. They dimple.
Oh yeah, right.
They dimple and they divot. That be that Batman's full of them. I'll be honest with you, I don't care.
Fair play.
I don't care. It doesn't affect it at all. It's absolutely fine. I think the problem with the Guns N' Roses was the pooling.
It was delaminating or
it was
something.
delaminating.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, some of the veneer and the clear cut, or whatever's on them, was coming up there. So, what would they? I mean, they used to say, what can take a lifetime to build a reputation and 10 minutes to lose it, or whatever. They're saying is not that.
Yeah, I found that.
Of course you did. Yeah. Yeah, particularly when you were pulling up those windows there. That was a close one, wasn't it?
It was a bit.
The old screen share.
I did have a little squeaky moment there.
Just so yeah, I mean, they need to get it right. They need to get it right, because if they do, there is a gap in the market now.
Of course,
there's no new machines. There just aren't any at the moment.
I mean, I'm really holding my breath to find out what CGC are doing next. I mean, I know I'm still waiting for my Cactus Canyon, and anybody that wants to know whether I've heard anything, the answer is no. But there's none of them have shipped to the UK yet.
None in the country.
But I'm really keen to find out what is coming next. I'm itching to find out what title they're going to do.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if. Here's what I think will probably happen. Not that I know anything about it. There's a lot of people know a lot more. That we're just two guys, and a group of 24 lovely people all having a chat about pinball. But that's 26 people in total, by the way, Spence.
Yeah, thanks.
But there are people in the know who know about these things, and they are the sage oracles of pinball, and they know when these dates are going to happen. But it wouldn't surprise me if I was Stern and I was probably looking at Jersey Jack and I knew the release date was the 23rd, if they put their release of their next game and announced that pretty soon around there, just to steal their thunder a little bit. I mean, I think, if I remember rightly, Guns N' Roses came out. It wasn't long until you had the Led Zeppelin announcement. So everyone knew, it was an open secret. So that Jersey Jack's pinball was next pinball was Guns N' Roses. So, the Led Zeppelin, that would have been known and that would have been planned. Bit of a sleeper, that Led Zeppelin, actually. I wouldn't mind a bit of wouldn't mind getting one through Flipperarma HQ at some point. Why not? Everything else comes through here.
Through the revolving doors. When you redesign the man cave there, you're going to actually make a door at the front and a door at the back, so you can just keep them
conveyor belt.
Through.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, just play it quickly before it goes out the other end. Yeah,
it's quite funny because I'm sure your house is going to end up full of pinballs at the rate you're going at the moment.
It already is. It already is. I mean, it is.
I saw Fishtails was in the living room. What else is in the living room?
Nothing else in the living room, but there's Attack from Mars in the hallway.
Of course,
then you've got 3 pins here as well. So that's we are at critical mass. We are at critical mass here. And that's why I've got to convert this so this can hold 5 pins. That's really important that this space holds 5 pins.
Well, otherwise we're never going to get everybody in for Pinfest.
But this is it. This is it. As someone said earlier, how many pins at Pinfest? Probably about the same amount are here at the moment. No, Spence, I feel so blessed to be able to play these machines and have these machines. I never, ever thought it. And you know this, when I was trying to gather together enough crumbs to get my first pinball machine, I
can remember those days. It wasn't that long ago.
It was 2018. It was 2018. Yeah. I'd sold a camera lens I wasn't using. Just everything to try and get that money to buy that Popeye was. And it's a bit like the housing ladder, though, the old pinball thing. There's no doubt about it. But you need help along the way. You need to network. You need to get yourself out there and get yourself known, and then you need to, once you basically made yourself known, you need to make friends.
Absolutely. It's about the people that you meet.
And enjoy it.
It's about the people you meet.
And if you do that, then you lend machines to one another. And that's, Cole's ACDC's gone to Scott today. It's always, You know,
Yeah, I was talking to Colin about this earlier on today. Actually, just finding like-minded people, and I think if you can swap machines with somebody, and you just literally just treat a pinball as a machine, and you're happy to swap a machine for a month or a couple of months, it's as good as changing hands. Spending money on it. If you have it in the house for a couple of months, you scratch that itch, and then you can either swap it back or move it on to somebody else. But there's a lot to be said for it, I think. We're not having money change hands, but just finding a like-minded group of people to swap around machines.
That's what you need. That's what you need. You need, yeah. I mean, you don't want to just send them out to people you don't know.
No, absolutely not.
But it's not. I mean, I've seen a few people on the forum talking about this. This like a bit of a closed boys club and all this. I didn't know anyone. I don't know anyone.
You knew me.
3, 4, well, you, but 4 years ago, I didn't know so many people I would consider to be friends now. I wouldn't, and because the thing is, you don't want to do it to complete strangers, but you get to know people, you become friends with people, and it's not a problem. You lend machines to one another, and you help each other out. It's nice to have a little. Well, clearly, I think it's nice to have a swap around and changing machines up, and there's a lot of people who feel exactly the same way. When you're, I mean, look, we need to get Deadpool back up here at some point for.
Well, yeah, I mean, my mate Claire has got my Star Trek. I've got your Deadpool.
But we get that back up here. It's going to need a service and a run over before it goes to Pinfest. But if there's no cactus by that time, by the summer, then then you'll have one of these. It's just the way it'll go. Yeah, quite right too. Let's just have a little couple of comments before we got to go and get Jesse into bed. Actually, Dave says Bond or Back to the Future to battle Toy Story. I mean that's what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be surprised that if JJP announced Toy Story and then Stern say, "Bang, here you go, there's Bond," and then people, in fact, be like, honestly, be like buses. What's that? What am I missing there? What's FH?
Funhouse.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, cool. So I hadn't seen the thing above. Stone throwing them out too fast. They'll never match a JJP. Here we go. Obviously talking about what Dave was saying there. I hear you, Phil. That's what Tony's saying. I wish JJP had made Led Zeppelin. Yeah, I do agree with that, actually. Particularly with having all the songs and having all that stuff out there. I do like Led Zeppelin, but it just would have been more on it. And you can't have. You obviously you can, because there's people that do have them. But the Led Zeppelin Pro is so stripped down that it's not an entirely different game, but there's a lot of difference. Funny enough, like the old Jurassic Park, right? There's not an awful lot of difference. The Raptor pen is slightly different, and the T-Rex doesn't throw the ball around, but you're not missing shots. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You're not missing big massive things in there either.
It's fundamentally the same game. It
is. But when the on the Led Zeppelin, even it is really stripped down. You've got that bit that pops up from under the playfield that's got the spinner on it. I don't think the Pro has that. Well, that's a pretty bloody important bit of the game, Well, it's the centerpiece. It's a centerpiece of the game. Actually, do you know what? This is one thing here. World Cup Soccer. World Cup Soccer is something. But funny enough, I remember Tim very generously offered to loan me his World Cup Soccer, and that's something I would certainly like to take advantage of at some point, because again, if something I've really been a football fan, I'd like to get my I'd like to get me greasy mitts on one of those and get that running through it. Anyway, I think that's about us done, Spence.
Yeah. I think we've covered everything on my bullet point list. I've got my list of bullet points in front of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And thanks for everyone for joining in. We it's not always easy to do them live, Spence, is it? But
no, it's nice to have such a good turnout. Got a really good reception on the Facebook page when I put that up as an event, and it's nice to see so many people giving us support. Really, it's good.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Honestly, great bunch of people, and thanks for everybody that's been in touch recently as well, and for inviting me over, and just all the stuff for hosting us at around your houses and tournaments and things like that. We're trying to ramp it up now before Pinfest, which is obviously the pinnacle of the I think so, the pinnacle of the pinball year as well. I think the event at Pinball Republic, by the way, the launch party Pinball Republic apparently was a massive success. I saw people. Rich, who obviously was on the last Chinwag, played really well up there, I believe, on the first day. I might have this wrong. I think I definitely saw Yen with a trophy, so I think he might have done well as well. I think Lucy might have won something.
Lucy always wins.
She would.
Those Vinces, they go out there and they take no prisoners, do they?
The thing is, it's like the
it's the mafia
phrase
coming. That's all right. We want your prize.
The iron fist in the velvet glove.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They're lovely. They're pleasant. They're polite. All right, Matt, Sarah, they're lovely. The kids are sweet. They make you a birthday cake. They're polite, and then they
just give you a village beating.
That's not nice.
It's just even the kids.
Especially the bloody kids.
I wouldn't go up against the kids. Jesus, no.
They're good. I've got to get mine trained up, really.
You need to do that. I mean, fortunately, yours are young enough that you can really give them a grilling and get them, no dinner until they've actually managed to get, at least a certain score on a machine.
That's a reward with my cooking.
Drill them.
Yeah, absolutely. Spence, thank you as always, my friend.
Always a pleasure. Nice to be back in the fold again. I did actually I felt kind of out of it for 3 weeks. Yeah, I know. Well, actually, I was out of it for quite a lot of it.
You bloody were.
But yeah, it's nice to be back in the fold.
Thank you, everybody. Right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for joining us. There will be a video of some description. That's the wrong one. Done it again.
Don't do that again.
Hell.
That's the second time we've had Amber's chat, and that's more like it. That's
I'm so used to doing it, Spence. Thank you for tuning in. Be more videos. Oh, I'll tell you what. Hold on. Before I go.
We're back. Well, that was lucky. I was about to do something again.
You were. I will, over the next few days, I will get a video up of Congo so you can see that. I think it's really interesting to see a pinball machine that's been basically hidden away and not used for so long. And that is playing beautifully, by the way.
I can't wait to come up and have a go.
It's got some shots on it, mate. Some real shots on it. Anyway, that's it. Right, we'll lock ourselves out now. We'll say goodbye to you and we will catch up with you all.
Good night.
Next time, and good morning and good afternoon and good night and good evening. All the things.